Hello and a very warm welcome everybody, it's me Spuds and here we are back in Hexagiggle for another episode. And just before we jump into it, I'd just like to remind you, if you do enjoy the videos, do all that good stuff, like, comment, subscribe, whatever. So what are we getting into this week? Well, going to be another one of those mega episodes. We're going to have this whole area of green space that we've got over here unfilled. We're going to fill all of that in this episode, so yeah. Going to have a heck of a lot to do, and it's going to be a pretty cool one because what we're going to be doing is a cultural quarter. So we're going to be having lots of things like music venues, the TV studios, theatres, cinema, all the museums, all the art galleries. But we'll also have like stuff from the African and Miniature pack and the Heart of Korea pack, so we can get some kind of spiritual signs on it. Like, there's one that's like a bit of a mosque, and there's another one that's Korean temple that we'll have over here. So yeah, all kind of cool stuff we're going to get into. And as you can see, I've left the contour lines on so you can get an idea of the grades that we've got going on here. It's going to be quite steep, so we're going to have to do quite a bit of key work and create ourselves some terraces, which is always nice because that gives us lots of layers of height and interest we can do. We'll also hook into the tram system and what have you. So yeah, quite a lot to be getting on with. And with that, I shall jump into the time lapse and I will see you all in about 5 minutes or so. Right, okay, so we're back, and yeah, absolutely over the moon with this. Got so much packed in here, as you can see, quite densely packed with various things, but managed to still keep lots of green space in between, which I always like. So what do we get in? So over on the peninsula here, the Opera House and the Unification Museum from the Africa Pack. I think that looks really nice on top of the quay like that, with the grey flame rocks around the outside. Oof. Do like the grey flame rocks. And we've added a little tram turn. Oh, look at that. Wouldn't be City Skylines without a fire, would it? Oh dear. Never mind. Right, where were we? Right, so yeah, we've put on a nice little elevated tram across and a nice bridge on that side with just the ordinary road. In the little awkward valley we had here, we created kind of a little park with the botanical gardens and the biodome. And we've added our 3 museums, one of which, as you can see, yeah, blazing away nicely, thank you very much. The TV studios, which we've put some of our animated billboards on, which kind of makes sense for the TV studios. Let's get zoomed in a bit. Do love this custom little pond we put in at the back of the hotel here. Oof, so nice. And over here we've added a bunch of record shops and various clubs and what have you. A couple of fashion boutiques. And then this art wall, which was a suggestion by No Mercy, and basically was the original idea for the whole area to do an arts and music area. So yeah, nice one, No Mercy. That was a great suggestion. We've tried to keep the art we've put on this sanctioned wall to kind of more stuff that says something artistically rather than just graffiti tags, as it were. So yeah, love that. And we've added a couple of nightclubs, one an LGBT one, and then this one, which is the postmodern art museum. Normally, because it's kind of pink, white and blue, the building's already pretty much looking like a trans flag. We added some trans flags to the top of it and renamed that the Gender Freedom Arts Project. Loving that. Come across, and then we've got this temple from the Temple of Sahel. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but yeah, it looks very much like a mosque to me, and yeah, keeping with the spiritual side. And we made our own kind of custom music area. Now this thing here, that's actually based on a real roundabout from Sweden, I believe, and yeah, animated asset, so Sven Berlin to thank from that. Then we've used the fan zone, and then used the sub buildings menu in or filter rather in Find It, just to pull out one of the stages from the concerts pack, and then added a couple of buskers and some of the dancers from Sven Berlin, and then added again some of those dancers into the crowd here just to give a bit of movement and what have you into the crowd, and then some people generators dotted about. And then whenever I'm using this, I can't resist it, but we have to put a Gangnam Granny on top of one of the stalls off her head on the egg. It just works, doesn't it? I do like that. Oh, I love that. As we come across, obviously the London Eye seems a good place for it. And we've got another cinema and a music club. Added a little bit of fishing on the front there, and some of the shops and what have you, a couple of cafes and the sit down there. And then the ferries we've connected all the way around now, so the whole loop goes all the way around, right round the canal, all the way around the city. So that's nice to finally have that all connected. Coming across the front, we've got some more shops and cafes and restaurants and bars along the front here. Another cinema. What's this thing? Saharan Research Institute. Yes, another one from the Africa pack, and various bits and bobs from different DLCs and content creator packs around it, including the Royal Museum over here, which is where the hell else are you going to place that in a city? And then keeping with the diversity and stuff, we come over and then we've got a Korean temple with a couple of Japanese gardens behind it, and the yoga garden, and what's this one? A tropical garden, which I think all kind of fits nicely together. And as well as painting the surface in gravel here, we've added a couple of gravel paths through this temple so we get people walking through it, so it looks more used, which is working nicely. As you can see, people are using those paths, so yeah, nice little trick. Moving across, we've added one of the new parks and then combined that with a custom park of our own with a nice little pond and some nice rocks and planting around it. Love how that's turned out. And this is actually two buildings. These are both from the Africa pack. We got on the bottom, we've got the National Library, and then in the middle we've just clipped into it the Silver Tower to make it look like a single building, and I think they just fit together just lovely. And it helps with scaling up the height as we go towards the business district. And we've got a couple of schools from the Heart of Korea pack, which is nice. And then this temple, or whatever it is, the Monument to Colossal Heroes, that's from the Africa pack. And then we've added the lodge again, that was added in recently with one of the updates for the parks. And a couple of assets I never normally use, which is the Eden Project and the Temple of Solitude, is it, or the Cathedral of Plenitude. Weird name, but yeah, don't normally use them in cities, but they kind of suit the area and kind of help towards that tapering of the heights that we've got going on. And then along the canal front there, we've just carried on some of the green cities, so as that kind of blends with what we had going around. So yeah, loving that. And then we changed out some of the schools that we had here because we needed to put stuff in because of the massive amounts of population we've got living in this area. So yeah, a couple of the high density schools in there, some sports facilities, getting some green cities buildings in there. That one there, that's a hotel from the Heart of Korea pack again. So yeah, really I've mixed up the content creator packs and DLC packs and whatever. Loving how this has come out. And again, we've done our usual trick with the keys of illuminating them for the night. Actually, let's drop in tonight and take a look at them at night. It looks fantastic at night, this. Where's player gone? We're over here, aren't we? Oof. How nice is that? And you have no idea how long this took. See, every single one of these little blue lights along the keys, every single one of them placed individually, one at a time by hand. You just can't prop line tool them. It just doesn't work. By the time you'd worked out how to do it with prop line tool being elevated and the slight height differences and the spacing between each of these finials or whatever you want to call them isn't exactly equal the way the game does it with keys and stuff, yeah. So yeah, they're in every single one of them hand placed with Murphy. Absolutely love how it looks at night. Oof. That's some serious eye candy, that, isn't it? Yeah, never neglect the night, folks. Oof. Oh, the computer doesn't like it when I try and get the whole city in. Oh, the lag is real. Even with a 3080, the computer's like, no, 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 don't load so many graphics all at once. Love that. Yeah. That just kind of leaves me to thank you all for watching, to remind you again to do all that good stuff, like, comment, and subscribe, and what have you. And I shall bid you all a very fond farewell, and I hope to see you all for the next one.